Folks, welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. It's our annual May trip to Hayward with Tex and Pete Maina. But before we start fishing, we're going to have a Northwoods breakfast. These fish are all in our harbors.
Close to 14 there.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a blast.
Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Ooh, a Northwoods breakfast at the Maina house. I can't wait. We gotta go to the store and get eggs?
Oh, no. We got them right out here in the chicken coop, bud.
Ooh, look at all those chickens. You got turkeys too. Can you make them gobble?
Well, they just did, but I could probably help with it and sound like Trixie the hen.
Now, do you eat those turkeys, Pete?
Well, it depends on how good or bad they are. They do have names, so they got to be bad in order to be eaten.
All right, well, let's get our chicken eggs. Now, how many chickens do you have?
Approximately 75, over 80 now, because we got some new hatchlings.
And how many eggs do you get a day?
A couple dozen.
Ooh, let's get some. I'm going to eat at least 3, all right? And there is a taste difference, huh?
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Esther cleaned them out last night, but we got plenty for us today here. I got to dig in a few more spots, but we got them.
All right.
Here we go. That should be enough for now. I think we're good, John.
Well, you got the farm fresh eggs now, and guess what? I've got Johnsonville breakfast sausage to go with them.
Perfect. I've got the eggs. You got the meat.
Yeah, let's go.
Love it.
Okay, Tex, we got Maina Farm fresh eggs, just plucked out of the chicken's nest, and the Johnsonville breakfast sausages. All right, try the Johnsonville first.
I will.
All right. And that is, no, those are really good, aren't they? And I'll tell you what, you got to look for those Johnsonville breakfast sausages at your favorite retailer today, okay?
I will.
Are you going to rush out and get some?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's that time of year where I'm using all kinds of two-stroke stuff, especially my chainsaw. And besides the regular synthetic engine oil, the most exciting thing for me 25 years ago is this Sabre two-stroke synthetic oil. 100-to-1 mix, period. This is exactly a gallon right here, keeping it very simple, of course. You mix it, it doesn't matter if your machine is calling for 50-to-1, 75-to-1, 100-to-1, it doesn't matter. One mix for everything, it's going to literally work for everything. AMSOIL makes it a lot easier. Also, their new app just makes it easy to plug in all of your different machines, find what you want, the proper stuff comes up, you can order it. That's more simple as well. Gotta love that.
There's more to explore. Humminbird Explorer fish finders make breaking down the water effortless with an intuitive interface and best-in-class clarity. Zero in on the best place for a bite with more precision, more included maps, and more underwater detail. Then, keep your eyes on the prize. With the bright, easy-to-read display, you can view in any fishing condition. Because when you see clearly and fish smarter, you get more out of every moment. Explore fish finders. Only from Humminbird.
Well, welcome back, folks. My favorite trip of the year, and the years go by fast now. We're up in Hayward, and windy day, and we got the expert with us today, Tex Maina. And Tex, another year's gone by. How old are you now?
86.
86? That means I'm 76.
Yeah.
How many years we've been doing this?
We've been fishing 30 years.
Yeah, and this is always fun because you don't know what you're going to catch. And we got some wind today. So can you hear me okay with the hearing aids?
No, very little.
you hear that wind though, right?
That I hear.
Yeah, what are you going to use today?
What am I going to use today? I started with my jigs and minnows, but it ain't working too good, so.
Well, keep her going. And who's our guide today?
Who's our guide? Pete.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
You just control the boat in this 30-mile-an-hour wind.
Yeah.
Catch some fish. And when you catch one, reel in fast, okay?
Yeah. I will do that.
Battling the wind and battling a bass, huh?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. She's been a little tough out here today.
Well, we talked about it before. You know, this wind it's actually difficult to feel the bite. You get a bow in your line, it's tough.
Yeah, we got a lot of slack line, and the great thing is Tex can hear everything we're saying today, though.
No, with his hearing aids, we can talk about them and rip them, and you never know.
We haven't said anything good about you at all, Tex.
Hey, what do you got on the minnow there? Ooh, nice crappie, Pete. Now,
Who would have thunk it, right?
well, I'll tell you what, battling this wind is interesting, but you know, we're fishing a weed flat, and you never know this time of year, right? What's in there?
Oh, no, there can be anything in there. We've actually had a little variety. A couple of bass and a crappie.
Yeah.
But what's interesting, the one on the crankbait that I had, it actually ate the bait real good. I think we're having trouble detecting bites. Tex thought he lost it with all the loops in the line and
Yeah,
stuff.
I agree.
But a few of these fish have actually grabbed pretty
Now, when
good,
there's one
so
crappie, there's more. Should I grab my crappie rod?
worth a try.
Now, that is not a crappie.
This is not a crappie, no.
I'm hoping it's a walleye.
Yeah, I really don't know, but it could be. It might be a bass. Oh, it's a big bass. I was thinking it was acting like a bass. Look at that.
Oh, Pete, that's a beautiful bass there, pal.
I can get
We
him.
got that net all ready for you. There you go.
Boy, that's a nice
That
one.
is a very nice bass. And I really, all the years I fish with you up here, bass are so overlooked. You've got some great bass fishing in the Hayward area.
Yeah, you really do. It's pretty underrated. But that's above average there.
That's a
nice
real
fish.
nice fish. That's
Yeah.
got to be 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice and
And what
fat.
that was on
That was on a fathead.
a fathead.
On a
Okay.
cheater rod. Texas famous cheater rod.
Right.
Hey, I put the scrub on. Pete caught that crappie a minute ago, and I immediately put that scrub on, and that's not a bad crappie right there, folks. And you catch one this time of the year, there's always going to be more around, and that's the nice thing. Hey, now is that a keeper for Tex or a throwbacker?
Yeah, I think them are all throwbackers today.
Okay, that's too big for you, Tex. Don't cry. Good hook set there, Pete.
All of a sudden, the old cheater rod's working.
Well, we got to tell the folks we've been fishing an hour and we exploring a weed flat, and we just found some fish, different types too.
Yeah, we were just about frustrated with this wind and ready to bag it.
What do you
Another
got?
bass.
Another bass.
Must be a school of bass here. This one's not quite as big, but he'll do.
Well, I'll tell
It's
you what,
fun.
when you got barometer swings and heavy wind, we film everything, right?
Oh yeah, when the conditions are tough like this.
Hey, that's not
Well,
a
it's
bad
all
bass.
fun. No, and they're fat. I mean, look at the shape on it. It's not a big one, but
Can Tex eat that one?
I already let it go.
No, what? Boy, decision.
I'm thinking bass again.
Well, I'm going to start calling you Mr. Minnow, because your minnows are working back there.
No, this ain't minnow. This is crankbait.
Oh, that is on a crank?
I'm not good at the bass hoist, but
Actually, that's a pretty nice bass too, you know.
oh, nothing wrong with this one. Yeah. It's
So
actually-
Pete, you know, I kind of mentioned it before, we're on a weed flat, but this time of the year, May, early May, mid-May, you like to find green weeds, right? If you can.
Yes, and you know, to specify, you know, this particular spring is real chilly, below normal by, I don't know, probably 8 degrees surface temp, so there's very few green weeds. This is one of the places we found where there's some green ones starting, but the one thing we always talk about green weeds every year this time of the year, John, but they will use last year's weeds as well, because the water's still warming up around there. It's going to hold your forage base, and then pretty soon, you know, within another week, there'll be new weeds coming in all these places.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. Fish with legendary toughness using the Ugly Stick GX2 spinning combos. Built for strength, sensitivity, and smooth performance. Starting at just $59.95. Plus, get a free $15 Fleet Farm gift card with purchase. Hurry in, sale ends May 17th. I'm sticking with the crappie rod, Pete. And what do we have here? Now that is the eater size, Tex. Right there. That is an eater size, right, Pete? Well, I think we found the crappies. And here he comes.
Nice.
Another one there. And you know what's so, boy, did he ever eat that, Pete. That is way down there. But what is so important in this type of fishing, folks, is that Minn Kota, I have the Altera, which I love, but you couldn't do this in this wind without spot lock, folks. It's the only way you can do it. Feels like a better crappie here, Pete.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, here he comes. Oh, folks, I'll tell you what, when crappies are hungry, that's what happens right there. Pete, that is all the way down his gullet right there.
Boy, I can see it, yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting. And Pete, you know, this time of year, fishing weed flats, you all of a sudden get on crappies, you might as well just switch over and do it, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's not like we're crushing fish anyway, and these crappies are a blast. If you can find them in the wind, you might as well stay on them.
Oh, this is fun, folks. Crappies on a light rod. This is a nice one, Pete. I almost don't want to flip from
easy on that
but I
one.
will.
Oh my God.
Look at this. Hey, Tex.
You were lucky to get that one in.
Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. And I'll tell you what, folks, nothing beats a Kalin's crappie scrub. To me, that is the best bait around. And over the years, Pete, you know, I really think that these scrubs outfish live minnows. Don't you agree?
Oh, there's not any doubt.
Boy, is that a beauty, huh?
Yeah, that is a dandy.
What's
right
that,
there.
13?
Oh, that's all of 13. Might be 14.
We were fishing the lakes of Hayward, Wisconsin, a 5.5-hour drive from Milwaukee, 6.5 hours from Chicago, and 3 hours from Minneapolis.
I've heard lawyers say, your job as the lawyer is to read the books, know the law, make the arguments. You can't get emotionally invested with your client. To do this job well, you have to. You have to get emotionally invested with your client. You have to connect with your client as a human being, or it never will be as authentic and real as it needs to be. We as trial lawyers, we owe that to our clients. We owe it to ourselves, and we owe it to our community to tell their story. It's their story. It's not ours. And the only way to do that in an effective way is to truly care, to truly connect, and listen.
What are you doing back there?
Well, I'm doing all kinds of things.
You got a fish on?
We got, another pike, but it's a little bit bigger than the last one.
Well, that's not terrible.
No, that's not terrible. Actually, this one the guy could eat here at least.
Yeah.
That last one was musky bait. I would have rigged him up for sure.
Boy, I'll tell you, you're getting hot on that, though. What are you just throwing a jerk bait, huh?
No, this is a minnow.
Oh, this is the minnow now.
Yeah.
Well, that's no fair. You got 2 rods going.
Yeah, I'm cheating. Okay.
What do you got there?
I have a nice largemouth.
All right.
John. Yeah,
I'll tell you what, the
never know.
walleyes obviously have been tough to come by today.
It's yeah.
But that's the second nice bass, Pete.
I was hoping, but yeah.
Well, this
Can't
time of
complain.
year, when you get these kind of weather conditions, and tonight it's supposed to get down in the 20s,
Yeah.
you know, take what the lake gives you on a day like this.
Yeah, it is what it is, you know. It's one
That's
of
a
those
nice
deals,
fish.
and
What do you got on there, Tex?
I don't know. I think it's a pike.
A little pikaroo.
Did you want to hold them up to the camera and smile with that huge fish?
Now, Tex, Pete will let you keep that one.
Oh,
Yeah, you can.
Can you keep that one, Pete?
He can eat that one.
There you go, Tex. There's your dinner. Well, we're back to the crappie fishing.
It's been tough.
Because all
It's
we could
cool.
catch was little pike.
It's cooling off on us. The crappies are getting smaller. Hopefully this is just a...
Well, we got one more day to fish, tomorrow, and it's supposed to plummet tonight, get down in the 20s in May, and be windy also. So we better catch as many as we can in the next couple hours, right?
We're gonna have to really stick with it. Well, John, we found a semi-calm spot.
That's the deal, man. I'll tell you, that wind was brutal out there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Not a monster, but the classic eater, right?
Yeah, but I'm just glad you caught one, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to stay here? It's not too bad.
No, I know. Well, tell the folks the temperature's dropping too, and you got those wind gusts.
Yeah.
But fishing's fishing.
Yes, it is. You get stuck with some nasty stuff at times.
What do you got?
Well, it's not big, but believe it or not, I got a crappie on the crankbait. Maybe they're aggressive, John.
Well, I'll tell you, like I said earlier, we both love fishing, and today's one of those
Hey,
days.
it's a big one today.
Yeah, you
What the heck?
question your sanity at
You
times.
you gotta be honest, right?
Yeah. So are you crappie fishing or bass fishing?
Well, I've been throwing a crankbait.
Yeah.
So I don't know what right now I'm fishing for anything.
I
John.
agree with that.
We got a little bass. I'm bass fishing, John.
Okay. Yeah, well, you caught what you're fishing for. I'm proud of you.
I call them after I see them.
Okay, Pete.
What do you
My bobber
got?
went down,
Yeah.
and these aren't the biggest crappies in the world in this spot, but I want to say again, it's calm. Folks, it's time now to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2026 Fishing Contest.
This week's first winner is Dan Trzynski of Park Falls, Wisconsin. He caught a 14 1/4 inch perch on Lake Gogebic using a wiggler. Edward Romick of Crown Point, Indiana, caught a 17 1/2 inch white bass on the Wolf River in Winneconne using a fly with a minnow. Ashton Arrowwood of Wausau caught this 30-inch walleye on the O'Plain foliage using a shiner. And Nate Bugle of Germantown caught a 25-plus pound catfish on the Fox River in De Pere using a jig and plastic. And on to our youth winners with Jonathan Bunyan Jr. of Cuba City, Wisconsin. He caught a 13 1/4 inch perch on the Mississippi River using a minnow on a tip down. And finally, Gunnar Boozma of Little Swamico caught this 29-inch walleye on Gull Lake in Minnesota using a large minnow.
Oh, good. I'm cooked up here, too. Get yours in.
Oh, I got a bass.
Okay.
A little bit nicer bass.
That's not bad.
And what do you got?
Here, I'll
Crappie?
throw them back to you. Here, hold them up together. There we go. Oh, Pete.
Hey,
Double header, buddy. It is interesting, though. A couple of spots that we tried earlier, we had bigger crappies. These seem to be smaller in this spot.
Yeah, so
It's hard
far.
to explain, right? But
The interesting thing is, though, we've been mainly right in the teeth of the wind, and this is actually the first, obviously, semi-calm spot. It's literally the calmest spot we can find on the lake. That's why we're here. It's not necessarily an A1 spot for me for big fish, but
hey, we're catching.
they're biting though. That's the difference.
Yeah, just cast it at that same spot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a nice crappie.
That's a
right
better
there.
fish there.
Whoa, there. Now that's a nice crappie right
Yeah.
there. That's now. I'm not going to measure them, but what would you say, Pete? We're looking at that fish 11.
11.
Yeah, but nice build on that fish.
Yeah.
And Pete's got us right on an edge. I'm actually casting up shallow, and you're fishing about 8-9 feet, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We found them deep and shallow. Yeah.
Why are you laughing at poor Ryan, the photographer?
I think Ryan's been a little bored today.
Well, you've been hiding in the bottom of the boat, staying away from the wind. What is it?
I don't know, another bass.
Oh, not terrible.
Oh, actually, not too bad. His reaction was beautiful. Oh, fun.
So much fun. Really neat. Fun times.
Yeah.
Ryan, I have a fish. Oh,
You know, this is
fun.
unusual for us because, you know, usually we're getting walleyes this time of year. And we haven't even had a walleye bite, have we?
We don't, you know, we
That I'm
miss
aware
some
of.
fish, but I would say, yeah. No, it's been real tough.
You know what I'm doing, Pete, which is kind of interesting to get these fish to bite? I'm actually popping that. A lot of times I'll just drag that and let it fall.
Right.
Drag and let it fall, but I'm actually popping the bobber a little bit. It seems to entice the strike. That's like 2 in the last 3 casts right there.
Well, and you know, in reality, John, this has literally been the only place you could do that today, effectively pop.
Right.
Where we're out of the wind, because otherwise our lines, just our bobbers have been getting dragged 20, 30 feet at a time every time there's a gust of wind.
But it's nice to be getting bites now. I'm enjoying myself again.
Yeah, that's kind of the
enjoying
purpose.
myself for
We might have to bleep that out. Is that okay?
yeah. That's okay, but that's the only way to explain it.
Folks, Tex is actually getting mad at me, and not that I'm catching the biggest crappies in the world, but I am catching them. Tex, are you mad?
Yes, I don't know why they won't bite on that one and they'll bite on that one.
You gotta pop it a little bit.
Stupid fish.
You gotta move it a little bit. Pop
Can
it.
I move it a little bit?
Don't be so upset, Tex.
You're just about as much fun as fishing with my wife.
Trusted by Midwest families since 1955. Available at your local Fleet Farm store or online at fleetfarm.com. This week, stock up on Berkley 3-pack flicker shads, featuring exclusive colors and proven baitfish action. Just $13.99. Plus, clean your catch with the Mr. Twister Electric Fisherman Fillet Knife, now only $24.99.
Oh my gosh, look at the size of that crappie there. That is a beauty, and that's on the twitch bait.
On the crankbait, yeah.
Look at that fish. That is beautiful, Pete.
Yeah, he is. I can't get a hold of him, though.
Yeah, that is a platypus right there, man. That's a beautiful fish.
We were wondering if there were some big ones around. That's been the only complaint. One about 11. Most of them have been small, but
that's pushing 13, isn't it?
Well, Ryan was busy doing something, and I wasn't even going to bother him because I thought it was another bass. And then I realized it was a crappie. I'm like, this is a nice one.
Hey, you know, I think that this crappie fishing is going to stay good up here in the Hayward area for another month. What do you guys look for this time of year? Is it shallow weeds?
Yeah, definitely weeds for starters. You know, and like I say, we're mainly fishing dead weeds here.
Okay.
So you know, and we've seen them scattered anywhere from 3 feet out to about 11.
Are you going to let Tex catch one?
Well, I got nothing to do with that.
Hey, Tex, what did you think of that big crappie Pete caught?
It was a big one.
Are you proud that everybody's catching fish?
No, not at all. Why ain't I catching them?
I'm going to say bass again.
Well, I saw you catch a 4-inch bluegill on that bait a minute ago.
Yeah.
There you go.
There he is.
You know, it is interesting, though. You get into these calmer sections like this and the sun beating on it, the calmer water gets warmer too, doesn't it?
It gets warmer and it's a north end. I mean, so all of those things are in our favor. We've definitely had more activity here, and a lot of times on these cold fronts, it's good to actually stay out of the wind.
Right. Well, I got to, explain that to the folks too. That holds suit for everywhere. The north end of the lake warms up the fastest because of the angle of the sun, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you just got more sun on the north end. If anybody's ever paid attention, in the winter and ice fishing when the lake comes off, if you push your ice fishing towards the end of the season, you definitely can't go in on the north end.
Okay.
In a lot of cases. Your north end, in a lot of cases, you'll have 10, 20 feet of water actually exposed. If you're a hardcore ice fisherman, you can still go ice fishing, but you got to go in on the south side.
Well, we found another calm spot. That is not a bluegill or a crappie.
We're trying to pattern here. Oh,
Okay.
another bass.
Oh, I'll tell you what. for the kind of weather we're having, the largemouth are really active today, aren't they?
Yeah, they actually are. We've done pretty good on the largies, to be real honest. Only one real big one, but you know what? There's been a lot of them this size.
Yeah.
It's actually, they're fun.
Totally.
I can't believe it.
See all the whining you did?
I really got one.
All the whining and crying, and you got a fish on.
Yeah.
Look at that.
What do you think it is, Pete?
I think it's a bass.
There you go.
Hey.
Hey, Tex, look at the camera, man. Aren't you pleased?
Yes, I am.
I mean, you worked hard for that fish.
Yeah, and that's really a smart fish. They're hard to catch.
Hold that one up, Tex.
There, we're
I'll
proud of
hold
you,
it
Tex.
really close to the camera.
Now, that one would taste good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. That would be a yummy.
It's a pretty nice pike, just came in so weird.
Oh, that's a nice fish, Pete.
I never felt any head shakes. Nothing. It was just really weird.
And folks, I want to tell you, all these fish are between 4 and 8 feet of water. So it really pays to be shallow this time of year when the water's cold, you know?
Yeah, generally.
Hey, Pete, I couldn't catch any crappies, right? So I went back to jigging here. Yeah, let's see what we got here, Pete. I don't know, buddy.
Tell me it's a walleye.
That would be exciting. And it is.
Big old bass.
That's a nice bass right there. That's a nice bass. Boy, these fish are still cold to the touch, too.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I popped that off a weed, and as soon as I popped it off the weed, that came up and hit.
Oh, yeah.
That's fun. Hey, look at the hot hand there, Tex Maina. Well, he's back
that is
to
a small bass there,
well,
but it's a
anything
fish.
that Tex catches
It's a
gets
fish.
on TV. You know that, Pete?
Oh, if it's one I caught, it's a big one.
Yeah, that is a whopper, Tex. There. Way to go, Tex. Boy, consider this front, consider this wind. We've had a fun day, you know that?
Yeah, actually, and you know what?
You
These
bet.
we started off with smaller bass, but we've really gotten quite a few
Nice one.
nice
yeah.
fish.
But no, seriously, Tex, when we first started today,
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be miserable, and we ended up, when you really think about the fish that we caught today, we did good, didn't we,
We
Tex?
did good, yeah. I think we did wonderful.
Feel the difference in every cast, in every bite, in every moment, in every adventure, no matter the season. When everything is on the line, every memory you make, feel the difference.
And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish at. We'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Oh, Tex, what do you got now?
He's got a muskie.
He's got a muskie on.
Oh,
Tex
is that
has
a
got a
muskie?
muskie on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Tex.
Tex had a
cut my
muskie on.
line.